Hola gente, vamos a seguir dándole al Final Fantasy XVI y bueno, en el último vídeo dije que me iba a cargar un dragón gigantesco, pero es que quiero ver cómo sigue la historia y quiero ver el final, ya mataré al dragón más tarde. Estamos yendo con Jill, Joshua y Torgal a las ciudades de Kanver, al sur, que las ha ocupado el rey de Wallet, no me acuerdo ahora su nombre, y hay aquí orcos que parece que se habían aliado con el rey de Wallet, así que vamos a reventarles y enseguida llegamos a liarla. Hoy se lía, hoy sí que sí. Vamos a matarles rapidito. Me mola la segunda fase del ataque del Fénix. Pero no merece la pena usar ahí al titán. Vale. ¿Qué es esa luz? Ah, es un monolito, vale. Estaba pensando que había ahí otro flujo de éter o alguna vaina de esa. ¿Solo este? Ah, no, vale. Es un exterminio brutal. ¿Habrá algo por ahí? Voy a aguantar la tentación. Increíble.
Clive, smoke. Is the city fallen?
Uf, a ver aquí cómo se lía. El rey de Wallet lo que quiere es ver el mundo arder. A ver si tengo aquí su nombre, joder. Barnabas.
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Que esto entiendo que va a ser ya nivel de modo desafío. Y se va a liar. ¿Lucharemos ya contra Odín? Me imagino que no, ¿no? Tenemos que ir a Cenicia en algún momento. Habrá que visitar toda esta zona del mapa. Digo yo. A ver qué pasa aquí.
Sounds like thunder.
Buena contraseña. El trueno retumba, lo ha puesto en español. Sounds like thunder. A los solos le gusta el rayo. Bien. Está todo el mundo aquí reunido, madre mía.
Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is? Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Mididol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
Se está declarando qué está pasando ahí. Que Joshua no ha salido del entorno de nobles y tal. Ostras, el tío, es verdad. Ay, por favor, qué mono.
It's really you.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Qué tierno, por favor.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Interesante.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long.
Nos vamos a hinchar a matar a cásicos aquí.
And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
La oportunidad de Artema de matar a toda la gente que queremos. Humo y sangre.
Right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
Ya veo aquí polvillo azul. A ver el temazo de turno, ¿qué tal es? Orcos, hola, hola, hola. Hola, que salgo. Corre, corre, corre. ¿Están muertos? Uy, mierda. Lo de siempre. No sé qué elemento tengo puesto. Qué blanditos estos orcos. ¡Hola! Primero, limpieza. ¡Hola, hola! Que es un huevo. Vale, así. Con esto me vale. Torgal, ¿cómo vas? Uf, es más rápido que antes. Dios, es buenísimo lo de Bahamut, ¿no? Le carga muchísimo el aturdimiento. Uy, ya no me he acostumbrado a ir sin Torgal. Oye, no había notado tanto lo de... O sea, lo bien que aturde el ataque ese. ¿Cómo se llama? Onda letal. Vale, ¿qué tal van los cooldowns tochos? Fatal. Pues nada, a apañarse como podamos. Magos. Aquí al centro y fresca. ¿Y ahora dónde está el mago? Uy, todos juntitos. Vale. ¡Mos! Uf, estaba pensando si usar esto, ¿no? Menos mal que no lo he usado, el titán. Venga, a moverse. A moverse de aquí. Pon estos en fila. Bueno, así no vale. No, aquí dónde se ha apuntado, desgraciado. No, terrible. Bueno, pues habrá que conformarse con esto.
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
Que se han aliado con los orcos y además sabe controlar a los acásicos, el rey este. Madre mía, el Barnabás. Está bonita la ciudad esta, ¿eh? Mírala. ¿Puedo pasar por aquí? No. Hola, hola. Vamos a... Tírase. Vamos, 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 vamos. Bien. Mierda. Muertísimo. Vale, bien, me va gustando la de Bahamut, qué alegría. Quiero que me guste, quiero pillarle el truco. Y poder tener ahí más variedad y sobre todo sacar esas alas guapísimas de vez en cuando. Uf, menuda matanza, ¿qué hay ahí? boss. Tiene pinta. Hola, hola.
Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Uf. Espero que estén bien. ¡Qué preocupación! Ay, sí, os doy a casi todos. Vamos. Me he pasado. Overkill. ¿Qué es? Ya como si nada estos bachos gigantes. Madre mía. Ya vale. Sus muertos. Uf, ¿qué es eso? No, tío. Madre. Muertísimo. Tasca.
This is the Agora, where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
Habrán conseguido atrincherarse. Aquí van a estar todos los que se reunían con Titán. Qué chulo. Viento fulgurante, ese no me gustaba. Qué pena. Oh, otro boss tocho aquí. Se va a liar. Bueno, empezamos con esto, ¿vale? Buenísima. ¿Qué danza esas bolitas, Torgal? Pues no hay boss. ¿O sí?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our
¿Qué?
kind to madness. They are pure,
¿Qué? ¿Qué es esa interpretación?
divine,
What?
and they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
Vale, todos exterminados.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled.
O sea, le mola pelear contra la gente fuerte.
I am
No puede matarme.
and you will yield. Or not.
La leche. Uf, ¡qué magia! ¡Mucha magia! Me intimida un huevo este pavo. Bien. ¿Qué es esa magia? Bien. Creo que el último lo ha esquivado, pero bueno. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No puedo quitármelo. No. ¿Dónde está? Jejeje. Qué guay, unos flashbacks al inicio del todo. Oh, buenísimo. Uf.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos.
Guapísima esa lanza.
Yes.
Ah, le va a cambiar todos los patrones de ataque. A ver. No lo veo, no lo veo. Esas lucecitas. Joder. Vamos. Vale, bien. Bien. Hasta tarde, no da tiempo a hacer todo.
One is seldom enough. Would you not agree?
Actually, I
¿Qué?
wouldn't.
Uf. Vamos, Torgal. Hola, venga. Pero bueno. Ah, joder, pensé que había que saltar.
Nice try.
Vamos. ¿Qué es esto? No. Pero bueno. Es un poco cebado este pavo. Bien. Otra vez tarde, pero estoy de demasiadas cosas. Pero bueno, a ver, se aturdirá rápido esta vez. Ah. Vamos. Triqui, mon amour. Triqui. Ay, con el que iba. Uy. Esto va a ser un desfase. Ay. Lo esquivó muy decentemente. No, tío, porque odio que se aleje ese poquito. ¿Qué ha sido eso? Se lo está pasando genial este pavo, ¿eh? Uf, ya muere. Bueno, vamos a asegurarnos de que muere. Vale. Sleipnir. Uf, me cae muy bien. O sea, muy bien. Me gusta el personaje. Y me intimidaba bastante. Yo creo que todavía le vamos a seguir viendo. Este no palma aquí. ¿Qué es esto? Vamos, material. Vale.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
¿En serio se muere aquí? Uf. Muy guapo el combate, la verdad. Uf. Qué alivio, siguen vivos.
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Le conoce.
Nothing. I hope.
Y está vivo. Mira. Se está haciendo acásico. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué? Uf, no vamos a luchar todavía contra Odín, ¿no?
Mythos.
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Uf. Uf.
I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Uf.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Uf, esta música es de pelea. Uf. La espada de Odín.
Try it.
Qué fácil ha sido eso. Clive, espabila. Uf, esta música se va a liar. ¿Qué? ¿Qué ha sido ese ataque?
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Clive, no puedes estar tan tostado. Uf, uf, uf. Vamos a luchar. Yo creo que es momento de huir más bien. Pero bueno, venga, Jill, me encanta, al lío. ¿Voy a usar a Jill? No. Porque está todo lleno de monstruos gigantes. ¿Qué haces?
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
¡No! ¡No! Odín, claro, Bahamut era mucho más fuerte que los demás. Odín, a ver. Esto es el barco. Está muy guapo. Aquí sigue viviendo gente, vale, o sea... Esto no está invadido, menos mal. No, ¿dónde está Jill? ¿Dónde está Jill?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right.
¿Estamos en la guarida?
And
No, estamos en el puerto, han dicho, ¿no? De Kanver.
Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know,
Condumio, vale, tío.
you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him. Clive.
Jill.
Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
Jill solo sirve para que la secuestren, tío. Qué rabia.
I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere.
¿Por qué?
It's the mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Uf, a la guarida, ¿no? Sí. Vale, tiene pinta de que nos vamos a Cenicia en breves. Ay, joder, podía al menos ver la pelea de Siva un poco más épica, ¿no? Antes de que la derrotasen. Nada, de un golpe.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our
Néctar tiene monstruos nuevos. Chocobo, un chocobo de colores, qué guay. Los habitantes de Tabor andan inquietos ante la presencia de un chocobo salvaje que recorre los campos en busca de presas. De agresividad insólita ya ha acabado con la vida de varios cazadores que tuvieron la mala fortuna de toparse con él en sus batidas. No es posible domesticarlo, hay que acabar con él antes de que aparezcan más víctimas. A ver qué se cuenta el Otto.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story.
¿Se han quedado en el puerto ese? Bueno, si se ha pirado el rey de Walloth. Pero, uff.
You lot don't do things by halves, do ya? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
¿Y Mid no lo sabía y nos ha avisado?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it.
Claro.
I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Pipes, ¿qué es eso? No parecía para fumar, ¿no?
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. What's this tucked inside it?
Para la reina de las adivinanzas. Mira, Doll, sé que te gustan los acertijos, así que creo que este te va a encantar. El mejor sin duda de todos mis inventos en un palacio de arpegios reposa. Su arquitecta eres tú, derroche de talento, y no es otro que tu primera obra. Todavía tengo que pulir esa última rima. Buena suerte. Ni papo de qué puede ser.
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
A ver si a Otto se le ilumina la
Did you find
bombilla.
anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orquestrión. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything? I think Sid may have hidden something inside it. Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling?
Oh, no, los niños jugando. Seguro que ya lo han encontrado.
I didn't break it.
¡No! Por Dios, no me dejéis sin música.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orquestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
¿Qué?
And you had nothing to do
Me
with
vibra el
this.
mando ahí.
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
Es vibrando otra vez por aquí. ¿Qué está pasando?
See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
A ver qué han liado estos.
Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean...
Tío, Clive, lo has
Yes.
roto. ¿De qué vas?
There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it!
Oh, música.
He more than
El tema de
fixed
Cisc.
it.
De
Yeah.
Cis. De
new
Cis. De Cid.
music.
Dios mío, qué obsesión.
Never heard this one before. They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
What?
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well. Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Es que un barco... Muy mal. Miz, tienes que poner ese motor en el barco volador y irnos volando. Y punto. Deja de rayarte con el agua. Claro, igual Cid dijo barco y Mid entendió que era barco de agua. Y no. Error. Es una variante del tema de Cid.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
No, pero ¿cómo dejáis irse?
Left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed.
Molaría hablar con él,
Much
al
like
menos,
yours, I
¿no?
suspect. Otto told me what happened in Kanver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Le quieren vivo, así que nadie le va a matar. Nadie con capacidad de matarle le va a matar. Pieza final.
Further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
¿Se llama así este temazo? No, esto es Goosebumps lo que suena. Ah, es un objeto. Vale, no, pensé que era el tema. Pequeño e intricado artilugio creado por Cid, que escondió con la esperanza de que Mid lo encontrara algún día para poder darle uso. ¿Qué será? Habrá que preguntarle a Mid. Uff, qué guapo lo de las ordalías. Esto se ha desbloqueado al pasarme una de las que estaba por el campo, que está complicada, y ahora aquí parece que es más complicado todavía. En fin. ¿Tendremos espada nueva? ¿Qué es esa? Misión secundaria con cruz. Mucho mejor.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. Not my best work, but it'll do.
A verla. Hoja rúnica. Mola también. Dios, negra. Mola un montón que sea negra. Muchas cruces verdes veo por aquí. A ver, ¿qué dos cartas tenemos? Un mundo en libertad. Lamento haberos metido a ti y a ese mangurrián en todo este embrollo, pero gracias a los dos he podido poner punto final a ese asunto que llevaba arrastrando tanto tiempo. Ahora que todo está resuelto, por fin podré tomarme un respiro y disfrutar del nuevo mundo que tanto te empeñas en crear. A una no le hacen falta los dos ojos para ver todo lo bueno que has hecho hasta ahora. ¿Qué maja es, por favor? Esta ya la he leído, vale. ¿Qué te cuentas?
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
Qué inesperado.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins.
Menuda rata.
But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer.
Steve.
Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is.
Claro.
Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier.
Ahora que le has sacado un ojo a
There are some things more precious
pavo.
than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
Menuda rata. Pero bueno. Una rata útil. Nuestra rata.
Still alive, are ya?
Preguntar sobre Goods.
That great lump.
Será mangurrián, pero no se puede negar que es la persona más honesta y trabajadora que he conocido jamás. ¿Hay alguna parte de España o Latinoamérica unida en la que se usa la palabra mangurrián habitualmente? En Madrid, desde luego, no. No lo he oído jamás. En fin, y aquí lo usa todo el rato. Entonces, a lo mejor es que es de un pueblo de Galicia y lo estoy yo juzgando sin saber. Pero uff. Puede que la cabeza no le dé para mucho, pero tiene un corazón que no le cabe en el pecho y prefiero trabajar con alguien así que con un listo sacacuartos. Que la lista sacacuartos tienes que ser tú, rata. Nunca se escaquea, me responde o mete las zarpas en los arcones. Encima le puedes esclavizar. No pienso dejar que nadie diga algo malo de él, a menos que lo diga yo. Exacto, es tu esclavo y de nadie más. Ahora dice que quiere ser herrero y anda todo el santo día rondándole a Blackthorn. Como a ese cuece metales se le ocurra espetarle alguna mala palabra, la vamos a tener. A ver, ¿tú qué tienes para mí? ¿Me vas a mejorar aún más la bolsa?
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know. But hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
Vamos a matar un Molbol.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice.
Ya estamos.
But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this
Mira,
very creature
justo
was
mientras
only
hablábamos.
recently posted on the hunt board.
Qué suerte.
How timely.
De hecho.
I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
A ver, en el hospital que tenéis este pavo que necesitará florecitas para sus operaciones. A ver.
Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Tyre's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
Hablar con Tarja.
Better than to order Tarja to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
¿Se le habrá ocurrido una forma de curar la petrificación? Este está ya casi muerto.
Well, Tarja, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Tarja. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Final Fantasy XVI dijo sí a la eutanasia. Bravo. Néctar, siempre es un placer hablar contigo. ¿Qué nos cuentas sobre el Molbol especial? Así que esta vez se trata de un Molbol, pues en el tablón de anuncios tienes información de uno llamado Fifi, Cupó. ¿Quién le ha puesto ese nombre, por favor? Uf. Vale, B, es relativamente sencillo. S, este es el dragón gigante, que ese me va a costar. Vole. Qué bonito es. Qué pena me va a dar matarlo. ¿Y tú qué tienes para mí? Este va a ser para algo de un diseño de arma.
Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. It's half of that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
Hablar con él. Sí.
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
A ver el obsesivo este que necesita ahora. Chun, chun.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate.
Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
I'm sorry no vale nada si no sabes lo que has dicho.
Right. It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Qué agobio de compañeros.
If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
Y no se conforma con menos que ser el mejor.
You're an armorer.
Llegaré a ser el mejor que habré
I'm not
jamás.
stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task
Ni de
at hand,
coña.
keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Se va a venir.
Magic.
Oh, se va a salir de la guarida. Madre mía.
Where do you reckon old what's his
Que
name
no
is
sale
then?
de su
Zoltan,
forja. Uf.
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd
esa
as
es
soon as you can, yeah?
la que estaba
And I'll make
cerrada.
sure Blackthorn
La
don't get
puerta.
cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Creo que ese sitio estaba cerrado con llave. Y aquí estaría todo. Pues vamos primero a este. Venga, del tiri. Aquí. ¿Por qué hay tantas referencias a películas? ¿Cuáles ha habido momentos? Señor de los Anillos. Colega, ¿dónde está mi coche? Y había alguna más que se me ha ido.
This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so.
What
I'd rather let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Uf, el pueblo natal de Blackthorn. No esperaba
What are you doing
que
here?
profundizasen tanto en él.
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right.
Qué amigable.
Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Vamos, nueva zona.
Much obliged.
Yala. Avancen. Bastante parecida a las anteriores de por aquí. ¡Oh! Pero tienen ahí graneros. ¿O qué es eso?
So this is Dravozd. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town.
Wow. Y de gallos. Mírales fijamente. Qué serios.
Shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil.
¡Oh! Otro gallo.
Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Sultan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
¿Sabremos cómo se hizo la quemadura al final de esta misión? Y no hay mercaderes. Luego habrá. Mira, sí hay. Musiquiña. Sí. Uy, tengo justo. The Lion and the Heart. Fantástico. Robamos a los enemigos de Blackthorn todo lo que podamos. Y venga, vamos a hablar con ¡Sultan!
Mamá.
Algo que robar. Aquí va a haber algo. Lo presiento. Que arruinó la forja de su bisabuelo. ¿Sultan ha arruinado la forja? ¡Ja! Se ha arruinado la forja. Igual nos manda una misión para ayudarle. Él se hace amigo y nos pasa un diseño guapo. ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Qué es este jaleo?
Hotter, damn it. Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone
que es un esclavista de mierda, vale.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the
I
gates
bet it
closed,
is.
I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
Vamos a enseñarles la magia del carbón.
So do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Tiene un problema de falta de cristales. ¡Ole! Pues eso está guay, ¿no? Para el world building. Vamos a participar en la transición a un mundo sin cristales. Y la reorganización de la economía que ello requiere. Y de paso, a robar.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
Piss off.
Personal favor to him, yes.
Dios, qué raya cada vez que se inventa tanto la traducción. O sea, que cambias detalles, vale, pero si cambias todo el significado.
At least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk, to get it just right. And the other kind are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravos in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravos prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last.
Y qué muy majo, aunque no lo parezca.
Dravos won't last long without his furnaces.
Vamos a ayudarles.
So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world?
Yeah.
The way I see it.
Sí.
It's your decision to make.
Pero dudas.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest.
No.
And you'd be throwing it away.
No los enseñó para eso.
Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate.
Hace falta la transición económica si queremos que la gente no se muera de hambre.
It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them.
Exacto.
Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing.
Yeah.
Dravos will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course.
O sea que está todo el mundo sin herreros.
Like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Claro, lógicamente, ¿no?
Shall I go
Pero
and
no
fetch the
había
plans then?
llegado tanto en mi...
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right then.
¿De la guarida o del pueblo?
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Let's go. Sí, he visto salamandras ya antes. No será la primera que mato. Pero si me la marcáis en el mapa... Genial. Que solo está ese pobre, ¿no? ¿Qué hace ahí? La han abandonado sus amigos marcianos. ¿Y dónde concha hay salamandras, tío? ¿Es ese? Bien. Uf. De hecho va a ser chupado. A ver. Ya. Muertísima. Ala, estoy en la ruina.
I dare say that would be enough for a decent set of bellows.
¿Qué es esto? ¡Ah! Llevo todo el juego sin acordarme cómo se abría esto. Y lo acabo de descubrir sin querer. Madre mía, qué percal.
What's this all about then?
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Y el Zoltan no se ha enterado de que estamos aquí todavía.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier.
¡Ole! Zoltan.
I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this.
No pienso hablarle.
What is it?
Dale esto de mi parte.
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Vale.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
Le hemos resuelto un buen traumita del pasado con
So
esto.
why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Voy a cotillear esta zona. Aquí que tienen madrigueras se llama. A ver. Esclavos. Minas. ¿Tenéis una mina de carbón justo en vuestra cara? Casualmente.
Miners only. Can't have you tripping head first into a pile and bringing the old place down.
Ya nos dejarán. Pues esta zona... Ah, no, no está toda. Falta este cacho todavía. Vale. Y aquí hay una misión. ¿Y tiene algo nuevo el mercader? ¿Qué puede tener un mercader aquí que me interese? Yo creo que nada.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
No tengo esto. Vamos a vender. Es el momento de vender toda la mierda. ¡Ole! Me he pasado 20.000. Soy un genio, soy un genio. Uf, pues ya no me pueden quedar muchas músicas que conseguir. Luego lo miro.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock.
Es el único sitio que me queda por explorar.
The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
Sí.
How could I?
Excellent.
Perdón.
Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all.
Ostras, pues no
Even
les
if I
falta
begin
pasta para
right
hacer
now,
todo
I'll be
esto.
working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
Pues no es donde pensaba.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Ah, sí, conozco esa aldea. Vale, 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 vale. Ahí al lado del río. Pues hacer limpieza por aquí. Vale. Ah, entonces la puerta esta estaba para que cuando vengo por aquí con Jill no me desvíe. Para obligarme a ir por donde tengo que ir. Me parecía raro que hubiese una puerta y que hubiese podido entrar antes de eso. ¡Hola, hola, hola! Venga, que se acerquen todos. Vamos. Dios. Pobres perros. ¡Hola! Y no se han muerto. ¡Ole! Hola, ¿qué se va ese pájaro? Chachi. ¿Y se va a convertir esto ahora en un pueblo lleno de gente y con su mercader que me venda música? Hola. 40.
That's all of them.
¿Ahora qué?
Let's head back to Boklad.
¿Qué? Pensé que iban a aparecer aquí a la vez. Del tirón. Listo.
Is something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Va a haber que matarles también a estos.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do. But thank you, all the same.
¿Y quién era ese pavo? Bueno, el maestro, el jefe de los esclavistas, entiendo. Pero ¿por qué nos interesa la historia del pavo este? De este. Oscar era,
Clive.
¿no?
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic. And they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now. And judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds. And she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
No, tío.
I have always
Oscar,
been
¿quién era?
grateful for what my sister did for me. And I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
and I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Estas misiones sí me están gustando más. Ha habido una racha de misiones bastante irrelevantes, pero ahora, pues, la transición económica, los esclavos que se han quedado sin dueño, que están intentando rebelarse y les vuelven a secuestrar y tal, pues sí me parece más interesante. Ahí parece que hay más música. Voy a comprobarlo antes de ir a otra zona. A ver si vale 20.000 y puedo permitírmelo. 40.000. Tenía que haber comprado esta antes. Bueno, sigo teniendo muchas cosas que vender. Ole, otra más. Las 100 mesas. Uf, tengo muchísima música nueva. Aquí hay misiones. Voy a ir primero aquí. ¿Qué había aquí? Ya no me acuerdo de nada. Por aquí estaba el Molbol.
Clive, just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just isn't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think
Voy a tener
about
que
too.
limpiar de
There's
acásicos
been more and
su
more of
antigua
them
casa.
turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Molaría meterles en las casas de los
Thank
nobles
you,
del
Clive.
distrito ese que estaban. A los soldados y a todos los refugiados.
Making this new home.
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
Bueno,
It
fue
was a
antes del
tragedy,
timeskip, es
what
verdad.
happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem.
Pues para eso vete más al sur
Band of
directamente, ¿no?
cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do.
Vamos.
Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Vámonos, átomos.
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
¿Dónde está el amigo Wade? Me cago en Dios.
Sir Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right. though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Ah, bueno, puedo teletransportarme a Eastpool, ¿qué onda? Mucho más fácil. ¿Puedo, no? Sí.
You think you can just walk in here? Kill him!
You will leave Eastpool now, or face the consequences. That's the end of that then.
Ahora un boss, digo yo. Míralo. Porque hay un flan aquí. ¿De dónde sale esta vaina?
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
Vamos. ¿Dónde se ataque? Vamos. El mejor combate contra un flan que he hecho nunca. Puede ser.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
Sí.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Ole, otra ciudad repoblada. Me encanta repoblar.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Este era Oscar, vale.
He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
¿Por qué tarda tanto en cargar el iconito ese? Ah.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
Let's go.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool.
Obvio.
Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Y el Molbol creo que está aquí. Voy para allá. Que llevo pensando desde la primera vez que vinimos aquí. Ya dije, aquí tiene que haber un boss tocho. Y hasta ahora no lo ha habido. Ya va tocando. A ver, a ver, a ver. Va a ser aquí. Y era un Molbol bastante colorido y chulo, ¿no? A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver. ¡Ole! ¡Ole! ¡Fifi! Son los colores típicos, ¿no? ¡Uy, va! Me equivoqué. Yo quería a Bajamo. Se me da fatal lo de elegir el elemento. No sé qué me ha dado ahí. Me lo comí. Ah, no. Buenísima. Mucho barro es eso. Qué bueno. ¡No! Mierda, hasta que no termine de hacer ese ataque no se aturde. Dios, nunca ha habido tanto fango. Me lo comí. No. Dios, me he comido todo eso. Como el aliento estando encima de una mancha negra de esas. Ah, mierda, iba bastante bien. Por ir a saco. No.
Be safe.
Hola. Hola, hola, hola. Yo creo que ya se muere con esto, ¿no? ¡Vamos! ¡No! ¡Vamos! ¡Uf! ¡Qué rabia que me haya matado! Flor de Molbol y tentáculo de Molbol, perfecto. Y es bastante bonito, joder, me da pena. Mira qué detalles en las hojas. ¡Dios! ¡Setas! ¡No! ¿Por qué desaparece? ¡No! Bueno, luego lo doy a pausa al ver el vídeo. Pero qué detallado estaba. Ahora con los retos de los elementos, estos objetos se vuelven mucho más interesantes. Hola, este de hecho es muy bueno. Pues ya los iré... Tocará coleccionarlos al final. Y por aquí hay otro bicho de cartel. Quedan 3 bandidos tochos junticos. Que ya va a ser chungo, esos suelen ser difíciles. Individualmente están bien de difícil. 3 a la vez voy a palmar. Pero si no es en esta playa, es en la otra. Ahí están. Esto es Peña de las Islas del Hierro, que ha venido a vengarse de la destrucción de su cristal. ¿Son 4? Uf. Bueno, ya están casi los cooldowns. ¿Son 4 o son 3? 3, vale. Pero son tochísimos. Dios. Empezamos con esto. Y con esto. Hola, mi set me ha aturdido un poquito. Están ahí tostadísimos. Vamos, aturdido. Vale, y ahora, aunque solo sea uno, es la hora de hacer el Fénix. Y al menos a este uno reventarle bien. Otro, vale. ¡3! ¡Qué guapo! Nunca he luchado con varios que se aturdiesen a la vez. Dios, qué cebados. Este es el que tiene poca vida. A ver, este me gusta mucho, cada vez más. Comí una. Ay, casi. Atrás, atrás, atrás. Dios, entre los tres se pueden cebar muchísimo. Dale, con eso ya muere uno. ¡No! Encima fallo. ¿Murió? Sí. Bien. No, ¿le doy a los dos? Creo que sí. Creo que no. Bien. Vamos, 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 muere. ¡No! Vale. Está bastante guapo el combate.
No more vengeance. No more war.
No más venganza porque les has matado a todos, cabrón. Eso no cuenta como no más venganza. Vale, ya solo nos queda aquí. Y nos queda un chocobo de colorinchis. Y el dragón, pero el dragón voy a pasar. Porque es un esfuerzo importante los de dificultad S. Me parece que ahora sí van a matar al pavo ese. Matar al enemigo de este. A ver, ¿qué quieres ahora? Que te ayude a ir a matarle.
I fear that I must bid you farewell.
¿Por qué?
As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling.
¿Te vas a inmolar o qué?
We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
Le ayudamos y sobreviven.
To achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
O sea, sí, pero me parece un mejor plan ayudarte. Les puedo matar a todos yo solo.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Vale, ¿yo qué tengo que hacer entonces? ¿Estos que necesitan? ¿O venís conmigo? A vuestro nuevo hogar.
Quentin has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quentin. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost Wing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi!
Oops.
You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
¿Te has quedado dormido?
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking
¿Qué
monster.
será? ¿Qué será?
They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this man?
I'll do what I can, la muletilla de Clive.
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Por supuesto.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Madre, que hay más vida de lo que pensaba. Eso más. Yo soy malísimo.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Uf, me flipa ese bengal, que ganas de matarlo otro día. Han dejado ya los chocobos. A ver si están ahí vivos todavía. No, bastante gente ha muerto ya en este juego. Ostras, ostras, qué matanza. ¿Sigue vivo este?
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades.
Dios, qué masacre,
They
no.
followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
Hola, hola, qué perro.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
¡Qué rápido se aturde! ¿Qué? ¡No, no! ¡Ay, uf, qué pérdida de tiempo! Sí, ¿qué? Ha sido sorprendentemente fácil. Se aturdía a la mínima. Si se te hubiese ocurrido antes que igual le podías ayudar en vez de dejarle morir.
Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy.
Uf.
And I cut him from ear to ear.
Menos amigos chungos.
Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin!
¿Para qué?
Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
No fastidies. ¿Y los amigos que estaban ahí? ¿Han podido huir? Uf. Quentin, tú no entres.
My Lostwing.
¿Qué?
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool.
Uf.
Damn it.
Vamos, Clive. Date prisa que le matan.
It's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick.
Ah, que tengo con Colon todavía. No. No, hala, joder. Todavía quedarán más, digo yo. ¿Dónde tengo que ir? Mira, aquí necesitaba el Fénix. Bueno, tengo este. ¿Qué? ¿No queda nadie?
Quentin! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here.
Dios, baja. ¿Dónde está Quinten?
I need to get back to Quentin.
¿Dónde se ha metido aquí? Oh, está el mercader vivo. ¡No! Está vivo, está vivo. Vale.
Quentin, look at me. Thank the founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
Corre, corre, corre. Joder, qué pena. Ha arrasado todo. ¿Habrán sobrevivido estos que estaban apartados? Oh. Oh, parece que sí.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why?
¿Qué hacer esta ahora con su vida?
All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
Vente a la guarida, hombre.
What are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over, And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Bien dicho.
Of course. Nothing but the best.
Una para beber y otra para la
I have a
colección.
feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
¡Qué tragedia! ¡Oh! Cartel del colgado. Ole. Todo limpio. Me falta el chocobo de colorinchis. Pero no me acuerdo dónde está. Así que vamos a entregar. A ver tus cruces rojas, néctar. ¡Tarán! Perfecto. ¡Oh, este es nuevo! El hombre de negro. Pese a que la mayor parte de guardias oscuros que atacaron los Wynn sucumbieron a la acumulación de éter, han llegado noticias de un superviviente que, fiel a sus principios, mata sin piedad a cualquier portador que se acerque a su escondite. Hay que ajusticiarlo para poner fin a las purgas de una vez por todos. Todo listo para practicarle la eutanasia al amigo.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
Eso sonaba que es su padre.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless, until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world, a respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service, but my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Música nueva, a ver cómo es.
Which song should we listen?
Elijo yo, chavales. Thousand Tables. Amigo, tengo una cosita para ti. Que te saque de tu crisis.
I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah,
One Piece.
Well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pico Cinder. How'd you come by this?
Bla, 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 bla. Le contamos la historia. A ver cómo se la toma. ¡Oh! ¡Oh! Va a salir a tocar césped.
And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. You didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Uroboros. A ver qué me puede hacer ahora. Será aún mejor que la que tengo. Me dura poquito la que tengo ahora. Pero bueno, las espadas no las estoy vendiendo. Me guardo mi colección para fardar luego. A ver qué me hace este ahora.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once.
¡Ole!
It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us.
Sure.
Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Fantástico. Maximizado, o sea que ya no hay más de esto. Me falta mejorar la bolsa un poco más y ya me dan el logro. Y qué bonito se ha quedado esto. Qué bien. ¡Hombre, mi escudero!
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow guardians are to build a new home there. Both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
Te relevo de mis servicios.
My training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Un nuevo comienzo. Clive, no sabes cuánto agradezco todo lo que has hecho por Lost Wing. Ya sabes que soy parco en palabras y no se me da bien poner mis pensamientos por escrito, así que en lugar de una sarta de zalamerías y halagos, he pensado en expresar mi gratitud con varios barriles de la próxima añada. Tendrás que aguardar un tiempo, pero ahora es como la espera merece la pena. The Lion and the Hare. ¿Cuál será esta? Uf, me queda una en el mecenas y dos en cofres. Y ya estaría todo. O sea, la historia ya no me da más. Esta me gusta, es como intensa para las misiones secundarias aquí más emocionantes. Pero no tanto como para agobiarme en el sitio de relax.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts.
Talismán de superación. Junto a esta carta encontraréis un artículo de lo más peculiar, mas no requiero palabras de agradecimiento. Consideradlo una muestra de simpatía por vuestra causa. Mercader anónimo. Dios.
All yours.
¿Qué es? ¿Qué es? ¿Qué es?
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Incrementa el tiempo de efecto de las píldoras heroicas 30 segundos. Vale, nunca he usado píldoras heroicas, pero digo yo que estará bien. ¿Qué habrá por este camino? Se llama Senda de Titán. O Estela de Titán. A ver, ¿será alguno de los cráteres que hicimos en la pelea o qué? Otro cofre de estos. ¿Qué habrá? ¿Qué habrá? ¿Qué habrá? Pendientes de hostigador. Misterio. A ver. Mierda, ¿dónde está la gente? Voy a tener que tomar un descanso antes de matar a los que quiero matar. Al chocobo y al señor. Oh, la puerta por la que no me dejaban pasar. Que es el túnel por el que perseguí al pavo hasta Benedicta en su momento. Y ahí está cerrado desde entonces, yo creo. ¿Qué habrá aquí? Aquí estaba el campamento de Benedicta. Y ahora está este pavo. ¡Ole! Justo lo que quería. Vale, me ha costado encontrarlos, sus muertos. Y estos suelen ser complicados. A ver. vamos, vamos. Me he comido algo ahí, no veo nada. Vale. A ver, este. Y este. Uf, por poco, no me da tiempo. Madre mía, no le baja la vida. Hola. Vamos. Vale. Vamos a curtir otra vez. No. Hola, ¿qué se va? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Dónde estoy? Uf, qué espacio tan pequeño. Cúrate. Ahora, joder, macho. Ya un rato estando ahí a punto. Ya está. Vale, ya les voy pillando el truco a estos, pero me han costado bastante. Y me he comido alguna buena aquí también, pero bueno, nada grave. Y ya solo queda el chocobo, Hikirokane.
Your work here is done.
Cofre escondido con... Nada. Encontré... Dios, es un guacamayo. Dificultad A. Uf, muy chungo para ser un chocobo. A ver. Hola. Esquiva. No se aturde encima. Pues entonces no hay motivos para guardarme esto. No sé... Madre mía. Madre mía. Madre mía. No se para nunca. ¿Tengo que pararle yo o qué? ¡Ostras! ¡Vía! Un chocobo que invoca meteoritos. Impresionante. Uf, y casi subo a nivel otra vez. Pluma reginegra, material, vale.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
There is nothing I can do. Si no nos hubiera atacado no tiene sentido, porque veníamos nosotros a atacarla a ella. O sea... son cambios que parecen irrelevantes, pero te cambian el sentido de la frase. Así que son totalmente inaceptables. Un sanador no lo puede todo. Te agradezco la ayuda que me prestaste para acabar con el sufrimiento de mi mentor. Por desgracia, los sanadores tenemos nuestros límites. No podemos curar todas las enfermedades ni salvar todas las vidas, y por eso te pido que vayas con cuidado en tus aventuras. Sé que al final acabarás enfrentándote a un végimo o tirándole de los bigotes a un bengal, pero quedas avisado. No ha habido végimos todavía, ¿no? ¿O lo he borrado de mi memoria? Bueno, gente, lo voy a dejar aquí por ahora. Ha sido bastante intenso, sobre todo al principio de enfrentarme a Barnabás, entre comillas, porque no le hemos hecho nada. Nos ha reventado a todo Dios de un espadazo a distancia. Ha secuestrado a Jill sin esfuerzo, pero bueno, al menos ha dejado que su guardaespaldas se suicide contra nosotros. Entiendo que para ponernos a prueba, porque es como todo lo que están haciendo todo el rato Artema y Barnabás. Hacer que Clive se vuelva más fuerte para que cuando toque poseerle sea lo más fuerte posible. Así que nada, pensé que iba a tener un papel un poco más relevante, que no era solo combate y adiós, pero bueno, ha sido un combate muy guapo. Y ya no sé, me imagino que construirán un poco el hype por la pelea con Barnabás, pero bueno, en el próximo vídeo vamos con Mid, a ver qué tal va ese barco. Yo creo que ha entendido todo mal de los planes de Cid y no era un barco a secas, era un barco volador y tienen que mover los motores aquí y nos vamos volando. Y listo. Pero bueno, ya se verá. La próxima vez igual se lía, igual no, igual después de visitar a Mid vuelven a mandarnos un montón de misiones nuevas. No lo sé. Vamos a descubrirlo, así que dadle like, suscribiros y nos vemos a la próxima. ¡Chao, chao!